Today I want to share with you what my name is, the history behind it, and why I chose to change my name. Rainbow, cricket, apple, bacon, and Massachusetts. What are the first things that come to mind when you hear these words? For those of you who thought of food, places, or things, I would agree with you. For those of you who thought of a name, I would be surprised. These are some people's names, however. I had the name Megan Kalett for 23 years and the name Megan Betty for the last 5. I've done research and conducted interviews for the information I have for you today. Why was I given the name I have, and who picked it? Where does my name come from, and what's the history behind it? These are all questions I would like to answer for you today. My name is Megan Jean Betty, and my middle name is Megan Jean Kalett. According to Wikipedia, Megan is a Welsh female name, short for Margaret. Megan is one of the most popular names in Wales and in England. Wikipedia also states there are close to 20 different spellings for the name Megan. I'm now going to pass around a list for you to view these. Jean is my middle name, and the meaning is God is gracious, and the origin is French. Kalett was my maiden name. That origin is also French. Sadly, I've never gotten to go to France. Betty is my last name now that I'm married. The meaning of Betty is God. Betty is a Welsh origin, just like my first name. Secondly, the history behind my name. In an interview with my mother, she told me she was the one who picked the name Megan. Jean was a part of my name that I never liked when I was little. My mom told me that my middle name was after my Aunt Beverly Jean Ross. I've always liked my name now that I've known that it's in honor of my aunt. Kalett was my maiden name. In an interview with my father, he told me my uncle Benjamin Kalett was overseas in the service. He looked up the name Kalett to see how common it was in the phone book. He found it was as common in France as Smith is here in America. I've always had people pronouncing my name wrong due to its French origin. I took French in high school, and my professor, Mrs. Spring, said that we pronounced our name wrong. The spelling of Kalett is C-A-I-L-L-E-T. She had said we should pronounce it Kaye instead of Kalett. I thought that Betty would be an easier last name than Kalett, but it seems people still can get it mixed up. Thirdly, I would like to tell you why I changed my name. People sometimes debate over the choice to take their husband's last name or to keep their maiden name. I agree with the decision to take your husband's last name. I like the tradition it creates. I think it presents a new legacy to leave behind with the person you're choosing to create a life with. According to Celine from Gather.com, some cultures, such as Chinese, do not change their name. They don't have a maiden name to lose once they're married. Gather.com also stated Chinese women look at changing their name as abandoning their families, which are very important to them. In a New York Times article, Women Work in a Name Change by Catherine Ramble, some experiments have been done on what it means both personally as well as financially for women who choose to change their name once they're married. Evidence has found that women who change their name are thought to be more dependent, more caring, and sometimes less intelligent. In another experiment, women who changed their name were less likely to be hired, and once hired were on average earned $1,200 less yearly, also reported by Times. I did not do much research when it came to changing my name. It wasn't a question. It was something that I was happy to do and look forward to. In conclusion, a name is something that should not be taken for granted. It's something that has handed down from generation to generation. Whether the name is Bacon or Betty, it's something that has its own special meaning. Now you not only know my name, but you know the meaning of it as well. A name as different as Kalett and easy as Betty can still get misconstrued. I think that maybe last names are just something that are meant to be pronounced wrong. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening.